let's talk about dating and relationships. Let's have some sister chat about that because that's a big deal.
It is.
Yes.
And we have one that's married.
Yes.
Is anyone else dating or that you can say on camera?
No, we are not. Nobody's dating.
Now, are you
They're available though, everybody. Like you're an engineer, a broadcast journalism major. She's not even close to dating. Actually, us three have never dated. So
Really?
Never had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, what would you say to people that's just like, because I know people watching like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, because they fine. It's not like, somebody be like, I've never did it.
You suck.
She's just like, oh, okay.
That's true though.
But it's like, okay, who wouldn't want to date you? So is it a matter of, I'm sure you've been asked. Or if you haven't been asked, I would say it's probably because somebody's like, oh, she's too pretty, she'll never go out with me. Scared to ask. But what do you think is keeping you content in not doing it?
Well,
I'm
maybe the least person you want to hear from, but I'm gonna say something. So basically, I can say because this is probably the most recent for me. In the 8th grade, we are given purity rings.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Purity rings. So basically, it's keeping ourselves until marriage. And we have this thing called a rites of passage on our 8th grade graduation.
Okay.
And basically, it's our transition into high school. And my mom was like, you're not going to lose yourself in high school. And honestly, my mom always instilled in us like relationships and stuff, like we don't need it. Mm-hmm. So just going into it, at first it's like, oh my gosh, people asking me out. But it's like, honestly, it's like you don't have a desire anymore. After 6th grade year, I'm like, this is what it's like. No, seriously. So like, you don't have the, honestly, I could personally say you don't have the desire anymore after for so long. You don't do it. So yeah, I can honestly point back to like times where I had the opportunity to like sneak and stuff, because like, no, your parents are at school, but it's like you don't have the desire. Your mom puts that fear of the Lord and the fear of her inside you. So it's like you don't really have a desire to do it after a certain point.
And
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, like, after a while, you see what it's supposed to look like and what marriage is supposed to look like. And since I now know, like, after years of just seeing my parents and hearing their counsel and then seeing godly relationships, after you see that for so long and you see everybody that's like coming at you, you're just like,
Yeah.
it's very two different things. And I feel like even like with us, like we prophesy, we do a lot of things like that. So if I feel like for me, if I'm able to prophesy and give someone such an accurate word, how much more accurate can my husband be? Like how much more accurate is the one for me than if I can be so precise about what that person went through when they're 5 years old and I can tell them specifically what they went through.
Yeah.
Like, can't God tell me somebody that's as big as a husband, you know, like for you, who that person is? So I feel like he's so precise in so many ways, like he's gonna be precise in that too.
Dang, girl.
Man.
Hey, Sweat. I was gonna say, I don't know if I can follow, but I was just gonna add, we actually weren't allowed to date in high school.
Yeah.
So basically what we're getting at is we believe that dating is for the purpose of marriage. And so when you are dating, or when we find somebody, which we haven't, or when somebody finds us. Right, that's it, sis. That's it. It's gonna be a husband. We're not looking for just a dating around type of thing. So that's why we're where we are, and we're content because we haven't met that person that we're like, okay, this is husband material.
And that I'm so glad you guys spoke on this, like for all the different age levels, because this is so huge. And I know people out there are like, okay, well, you don't just find someone and then marry them right away.
Right.
So there has to be some time of getting to know the person before you fly down the aisle. I'm like, yes, What that's called is called courtship.
Exactly.
This cool little concept called courtship. I don't know if these new age generation would ever know what courtship is, but courtship is this thing.
Yes.
Like back in the day. And I'm gonna seriously date myself here. We called it going steady. Going steady was when it's like understood. I'm not dating this person this weekend, that person the next weekend. Exactly. It's me and you. We are in a relationship. Courtship is basically we're in a relationship. The goal is to prepare for marriage.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even gonna waste your time if I don't think you're the person God has for me.
Right. And that's why I feel like a lot of the times if we do like have someone that's like, oh, like they're interested, we just like see, like if we even know the person and we know that they're not someone that God has for us, like we don't want to waste your time and just be like, yeah, we can go get food one day, but like lead them on and then make them feel like they had an opportunity when in reality we knew all along you weren't the one. So like it is almost like it's like it's better to do it that way because you're not gonna have that person pulled in at that point. So
y'all stop dating people y'all know they don't have no
Aren't the
chance
ones
just to get a free meal.
That is not nice. If you know you just ain't even attracted, you just want some free food, that's not nice.
Chicken Alfredo from Olive Garden.
Right.
Right.
The Lord sees you.
Some rolls from Texas Roadhouse.
Cheddar bay
little
biscuits.
little red lobster.
Don't be using these fellas for their cheddar bay biscuits. Whatnot. So, this was more of a question I would say for the older ones. I would say, what are you doing during your single season? It's like people are like, well, if I can't date, what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah.
What I'm supposed to do? That's how they be like, well,
I'll probably speak a little bit because I crossed over, so I had that experience, and so I read a lot of books on like dating and courtship, but one thing that I noticed within all of them is like just find yourself like busy doing what God wants you to do. And so even Paul talks about that in the Word. You know, he just says like when you're married, you mind the things of a married person, but when you're single, you mind the things of God. And so I was just always in church. It felt like I was in church, but I was having fun though. Like I mean, our church was always doing something. Like I was never bored. Like, you know, I was hanging out with my friends. I was just having so much fun, not focusing on I need a man, I need this, you know. I was just like, okay, God, what do you have for me to do? And so I just found myself in a lot of unique, fun situations where if I was so focused on the lack of not having it, then, you know, like I would probably be like miserable, you know. And I think a lot of times people are stuck on what they don't have when they don't know the freedom that they have when they are. And so I think people need to change their perspectives of like what they do have instead of what they're missing out on. So
amen.
Yeah. I mean, to add, I mean, what do I do? I serve at church on the worship team. I help out with the youth ministry. I hang out with my friends on the weekend, and I mean, A4L keeps me busy as well. So, yeah, I don't focus on what I can't do, and it's kind of hard too, just because I haven't. But I just know, like, you know, I just know God's timing is perfect timing, and I have a community around me that encourages me in that.
But the community part is super important, like Alin was saying, just like people who are, and then sometimes like you might be the only one too. Right? I'm not gonna always say you're always gonna have community, but there was just a lot of things that I chose not to do or even engage just because I know what God had for me, and I didn't want to compromise. And so there was just this resolute decision in myself that I knew that I wasn't going to compromise because I know what God had for me, and I know what my parents instilled in me. And so I just I just stuck it through, and God blessed me with a great husband, and so God is faithful. So good stuff.
So you guys, I'm hearing a theme here. If you are single, this is your season for finding your purpose.
Yes.
Reading books, and not just books about how to get a man.
Okay. Right.
Reading books about finding your purpose, reading books about God, reading books about praise and worship, reading all kinds of books for personal growth. Having community, like investing in your friendships, like getting good quality people around you. This is the season for all of that. This is the season for learning how to budget.
Okay.
This is the season for making sure that you're wife material.
Okay.
Get a hobby. Get something to do. You got stuff. There's plenty to do. And then serving in church, serving on the worship team, like getting plugged into the things of God and not just sitting here looking at your watch like my biological clock is ticking. If you're in your purpose, you won't hear the ticking.
Okay.
Yes, that's good.
You can only hear the ticking if that's what you focused on. So, good stuff. All right, so before we close out, let's talk about this album because we want people to go grab it. If you don't have it, we want you to go grab it. So tell us really quick, like the songs, a little bit about the songs on the album. Like I want to hear what your favorite one is. I know that's going to be hard. It's like trying to pick your favorite child as a parent.
Well, I'll start with me because I know all these questions. But so our album, like Lexa said earlier, is entitled A4L, and we worked on it with our big brother Wilson. He produced us, and so very kind of just like out of the blue, like, hey, you guys want to do this album? And we're like, us, like a little us, you know. And so
It's really how it happened.
it was just like we're not even thinking about that, but we're so thankful that God thought about it, and it really was like a God ordained album. So we have 6 tracks on the album, and have a few features, but my favorite one so far for me has probably been Simply Love You, and that's featuring Valencia Lacey. And so that one is like our favorite one. My favorite one, not only because of the words, but the musicality is really great in that song too. And so I think the one thing I love about the album too, like it has a little bit of everything on there. So it's not geared towards one genre or one sound. And so that's something that I appreciate.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Personally, my favorite, I really like, honestly, I feel like I Got the Joy is cliche, but I really like I Got the Joy. No, seriously, it's literally, a lot of testimonies that we heard from that song, like it gets the actual joy. And I can honestly say, like, I'll be upset or something, but I'll be walking around at school with my headphones in, just bumping it like it's like not even my song. So, like, it honestly uplifts, I feel. And I really like to be like, when you have the headphones, the bass be booming. So I really like I Got the Joy.
Nice.
I like My Desire, which is a really, really good one, and Make Me Yours. I love them all, but I like those two a lot because the words are really, really good. And I like the beginning of My Desire, how Galenia wrote it when she was in high school or 18. And then like the beginning clip is actually her singing it when she was 18, and then it goes to her today. So a lot of people are like, I was confused, like what's the beginning part of that? And then like when they hear that it was like her singing it at 18 when she first wrote it, they're like, oh, that is so cool. And then Make Me Yours has these twins that are brothers, Tay and Trey. They're from South Carolina, and they sang on the track too. And we had them for a couple of events as well too. So
nice.
And I really do like them all. And like I'll go through a day, or I'm playing this one for a day. But My Desire, I think, is awesome. Mercy is also really fun. It's really, it's just, the beat is just awesome. It has like so many different like flavors throughout the song. I don't know, I like it.
I like that word.
I learned that from Terrell.
If you literally, Terrell lists all these like chef terms.
Terrell
he like beef it up a little bit.
Oh, this is tasty. But anyways, he's actually, and I also like Whom Have I in Heaven, and that's D. Wilson is on that one.
Okay.
So that's all our features, and the whole album is just awesome.
whole album.
It will bless you. I did get a chance to hear it. I think right now, if you ask me a week from now, it'll be something different maybe because all the songs are good. My favorites are My Desire and I Got the Joy. I Got the Joy is like such a bop. Like,
It's fun.
Yes.
So, thank you. Good stuff. Okay, so I can't let y'all leave without singing something. So, I just want, you don't have to do a whole performance, but I just want y'all, I want you all to hear for yourself that it's not all studio effects, that they can sing. So let's see, which song you want to do a little bit of?
Well, let's see. We were rehearsing I Simply Love You yesterday.
Okay.
So we can just do like a little bit of that. So I'm going to make sure I'm in the right key. I love you. I love you. Let's start with the chorus. So 1, 2. I love you. Simply love you. I love you. Simply do. I love you. Simply love you. I love you. Simply do. So that's a little bit of it right there.
I need that to be my ringtone.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. That was thebomb.com. Thank you all so much. Haven't you guys enjoyed this? Like and share and comment below and go to their website.
Thank
How
you
can they
so
get in
much
touch
for
with you?
A4Lmusic.com.
A4Lmusic.com. Thank you.
Thank
Yes.
you so much.
Thank
It
you.
was such an honor. We
Very
appreciate you. We're so
Yes.
excited for
Very
your
much.
energy.
Well, guys, really appreciate it.
Yes.
You're so welcome. I feel honored. That's First Chic. Thank you for tuning in.